Hey everyone, you're listening to the Pondering Points podcast. I am your host, Apostle MB. As a pastor, politician, podcaster, and life coach, I will be sharing with you my knowledge, my thoughts, my wisdom, and sometimes my concerns, all flavored with the Word of God, so that it might empower you, encourage you, and equip you. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Pondering Points. Let's get started. I got a point for you. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Pondering Points podcast. I am your host, Apostle MB, and man, I'm delighted to have you guys joining with me on the broadcast on today. I pray you all are doing well. I hope that you had a good weekend, a good safe weekend, and again, I am glad and I am honored to have you back with me on today. Listen, while you're coming in and those of you that are coming in, please share, like, and share this broadcast and share it on your timeline. And if you're catching me on the replay, please share it. And also like and subscribe to us on our Facebook page, Pondering Points Podcast, or on our YouTube channel, Pondering Points Podcast, and like and subscribe to that if you would as well, and we would certainly be appreciative of it. Well, I want to share a couple of one specific announcement that's coming off this week on tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And for those of you that are in Sampson County, in the Clinton area, and as well as Duplin County, some people are come in from other counties to be with us. They have been in the past, but I want to invite you to our the City of Clinton National Night Out. This is a annual event that takes place. I think this is our third or fourth one. This may be our fourth one actually, that we are hosting. And it is a national event that goes on specifically over the United States. And I think that of the 50 states, that from my understanding, about 2 states that do not have it on this particular night. But all the other states have it on the first Tuesday of August, and it is going on. So tomorrow night, people will be gathering together in their separate states and counties, and all over to celebrate this. And this National Night Out, the flyer, you should see it on your screen now. It is going to be some fun. They're going to have a whole lot of stuff. And this is the conjunction of the Clinton Police Department and the Newkirk Park Advisory Committee, of which I'm a part of that committee. And we host this. The advisory committee hosts several events, but this is one of the events under the leadership of Miss Nettie Purnell and Miss Nettie Purnell, Wilson Purnell. She is our chairperson of that committee. And they came in together with the police department, and there will be other people there, free food, activities that'll be going. All of it is free. And you'll be able, I think there'll be some people there to do blood pressure checks and other tests and stuff health wise. Information will be distributed, as well as so many other things that'll be going on. And they have a big lineup of people that's going to be there, and you don't want to miss it. It's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the James L. Newkirk Memorial Park. And I'm saying this because this is a part of my district that I represent on the Clinton City Council. The address is 503 Farrow Street, 503 Farrow Street, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, August the 2nd. Of this year. So you're more than welcome to come out and join in those activities and all those wonderful things. Well, I got a point that I want to share with you on today for just a few moments, and I'm going to be out of your way. I want to talk to you today from the thought of, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I don't know if you've noticed this, and I have, in interacting with people and seeing people, there are a lot of people walking around in this world that is very dissatisfied in and with life. There's a lot of people walking around that is dissatisfied. They're dissatisfied in life and they're dissatisfied with their life. Now, this is amazing because for many, they are the major players in their dissatisfaction. I want y'all to hear me well today. They are the major player in their dissatisfaction. Decisions that they've made, actions that they've taken, things that they have said all resulted in the unhappiness that they are currently in. Many people are dissatisfied off of decisions that they have made. They made the wrong choice. They maybe didn't consult God. They maybe didn't think about it. And they made that decision and now they're unhappy. Then there are things that actions that they took that brought them into a place that they didn't weigh things out. And they made the wrong move. And then things that they've said. And oftentimes, as I've always said, once said, it's very hard to take it back. It's very hard to take it back. And so many people find themselves in a state of unhappiness. And oftentimes, I won't say that they're the total cause, but many a times you play a major role in that. But there's hope. There's hope. And if you find yourself in that today as you are listening to me and you say, that's me. I am dissatisfied. I am unhappy with how my life is going, how things are going. There is hope. And I hope in these few moments that I can share something that will be of help to you so that you can alter and change your life. You know, one of the most amazing statements that was stated in the Bible is when the Apostle Paul said in Philippians chapter number 4, verse number 11. Now, y'all know how I roll. I'm going to always give y'all word. This is a very powerful statement, and I'm saying to you this without reading it directly out of the Bible. And that statement is, I've learned in whatever state I'm in to be content. In whatever state that I am in, Paul said, I've learned to be content. Have you ever wondered what Paul really meant by that? You know, and I think in 1 Corinthians, I think it is, or in the book of Corinthians, 1st or 2nd Corinthians, Paul takes the time and he talk about some of the situations that he's been in. Some of the circumstances, being boiled, being shipwrecked, being beaten. And then he talks about some of the things that he's experienced. He said, not just from the people outside, but from his own people, that he had experienced things. Paul went through a whole lot of stuff. Matter of fact, Paul understood the challenges and the changes and the shiftings that happens in life. Some based off of his own doing, some based off of other people doing. Because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, it's not you that stump your toe. Sometimes it's somebody else that stumped your toe, but you allow those people within your circle and allow them to do just that. See, sometimes we don't weigh out these friends, and sometimes we overlook the little things that they drop. So when they really come forth and show themselves and really reveal themselves, we oftentimes don't take the time to say, okay, That's your first and last warning. And I'm not warning you anymore. I don't appreciate what looks like what you're trying to do. And so you deal with that. But instead, we keep right on giving them opportunities. And because that is the choice we made to allow those people within your life. And we have to be careful of that, because sometimes those choices, ladies and gentlemen, those decisions we make, those different things that we allow, sometimes those things can be hurtful to us in the long run, even deadly. But there's hope today, because we're going to be all right. Will you just type in the comment box, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Paul was not stating this as a warning. And what I mean by that, he wasn't stating this as a warning that this could happen, that could happen. Paul was speaking from the perspective of he has surely verified, bona fide experience that states that he's been in life. He still found himself in contentment. The word contentment, root word is content. The root word is content. Content is a state of peaceful happiness. In other words, it literally means you are going to be okay. And I need I need for you to understand that today, that you're going to be okay no matter what you are in, even now, right now, while you're listening to me, no matter what situation you're in, whether it is by choice, whether it is by things you've said or actions that you've taken, and it's gotten you into a place, you are going to be okay. Please type that in one more time. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. That's exactly right. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Now, how do we get there, Apostle Becton? How do we get there? Contentment. Now, if contend means a state of peaceful happiness, the word contentment is a grace learned over time. This is what Paul was saying. I've learned. He said, I've learned. That means it didn't happen overnight. I've learned. In whatever state that I find myself in, to be content. In other words, to just simply say, I'm okay. And I need for you guys listening me today, I need for you to really understand it's okay to be okay. It's okay to be okay. You're going to be okay. And you might say, Apostle Becton, the word okay is a simplicity, a simple state of being. But man, you don't realize how powerful just being okay is. You don't realize how powerful being okay, because when you're not okay, things ain't working right. So it's important for you to understand that you're going to be okay. So how can I be okay? I'm glad that you asked that question. How can you be okay? Now, so how can we be okay? One of the greatest levels that we find in being okay in is in two places. One, in your mind, and two, in your position, or simply in your situation. See, Paul said, I've learned to be content. I've learned to be okay. Okay? So now that learning to be okay doesn't change your situation. That situation is still happening, But what you're saying is, I'm all right. I am all right because I know something is about to change. Look at this thing here. Look at this thing here. When we understand that, and when we're okay in our mind, when we're okay in our position or in our situation, we have to take the attitude, and I'm almost finished. We have to take the attitude, I'm okay, but I'm not going to stay. Let me just say that again. I am okay, but I'm not going to stay. The state of mind, the state of position, the state of situation or circumstance that you're in, listen, it's still there, but you make up in your mind, I'm okay, but I'm not going to remain in this place. Because look what he's saying, and I'm finishing up. Paul was telling them, he was really telling them, you can be okay, being okay, but you can be okay, but you can't be settled. I hope this is making sense to you. You can be okay, but you can't get settled. When you become settled, you become complacent. When you become settled with having no money because you made bad decisions and got yourself in debt, settled with being sick because you chose your actions to eat the wrong type of food and things of that nature that cause health problems to come into your life, settled off of things that you said that causes a breakup, whether it was in courtship, marriageship, or partnership, and partnership meaning business of things, or even on the job, you running your mouth saying stuff and it got you lost job and you don't have a job, can't find a job, and now you're going through some stuff, but you got to keep in mind, listen here, I can't get settled in what I'm going through because I'll become complacent. See, it's all right to be okay, but it's not all right to become settled. It's okay to be all right, but it's not okay to become complacent. When you become complacent, which means then you don't plan to move or you don't plan for things to get better. And guys, we've got too much purpose. We've got too much that God has for our life for us to remain in the same state of dissatisfaction for the rest of our life. We got to pull ourselves out of these things. We got to come out of this thing. And listen here, just like it starts in your mind, and you got to have that level also in your heart. I'm going to be okay. Will you type that in your comment box? And I'm wrapping up. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Am I talking to anyone on today? Am I talking to anyone this day as you're listening, that you're finding yourself into that place and you're experiencing and maybe going through some things right now, but I need for you to know that you're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. This is a statement of a surety. It's a statement of assurance. It's a statement of confidence, and it is a statement of faith. Listen, I know without a stop, because faith, I'm able to call things that are not as though they were. By faith, I'm able to believe God for the impossible. I've got an assurity. I've got a confidence that not only am I going to be okay, but I'm not going to be settled, and I'm going to listen. I'm going to shift and change. Things are going to get better. And I want you to hear me well this day. Things are going to get better for you. God got you. And I'm done. And he's got your situation. So even though you may have done some things, said some things, and acted into some things, and it's got you kind of in a state of downness and you're feeling down, you're feeling a little pity and having a little pity party, I want you to know this day, this Monday morning, this Monday, or whenever it is that you're listening to me, I want you to know you're going to be okay. But I want you to state it because your situation is going to change. Your circumstance is going to change. And things is going to get better for your life. Because if it don't get better, you stand the risk of getting bitter. And you never want to get in a state of bitterness. You want to stay in a place where you will have the attitude of positiveness. See, that's where your mind got to set up that I'm positive. I'm not thinking negative. Because if your mind don't change, your situation won't change. I need to say that again. If your mind doesn't change, your situation won't change. Because once your mind, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you keep thinking negativity, your situation will remain negative and it'll never change. So listen, you got to be okay in your mind. Then you can be okay in your situation. And that situation are changing. Listen, you won't get comfortable. You won't get complacent. You won't get settled. But you'll sit there and you'll begin to work your way out of that situation and circumstances. You'll come up with ideas how to make that extra money so that you can pay that debt off and you can come out from under that debt. You'll learn how to, listen here, you'll have a heart of gratitude that you'll know how to go back and say, I'm sorry for what I said. Listen, I'm sorry for what I did. And I want to make things right or better. And that situation begin to change. But that power, guys, it's in you. And it starts with you saying, I'm going to be okay. Guys, that's all I have for you on today. This has been Apostle MB with your Pondering Points podcast. I pray this helped you out today. I hope it helped you. If it did, please share it on your timeline and so that other friends will be able to hear this. Thank you guys so much. Look for me Friday with a real short reel Friday sometime or another that I'm doing a little bit different on YouTube as well as on my channel in the areas of real. So catch us on Friday for a point to take you on into your weekend. Well, until then, I pray you be blessed. I pray you be safe until we meet again. Shalom.